assembly that I brought to go connect right into the pressure tank. So I need 2 more fittings here to make it a little longer and adapt to 1.25 inch. But yeah, definitely had to convert PVC, change over to PVC here. This is the pressure switch valve, obviously. I'm sorry, gauge, obviously. And this is what I can use to drain the tank if I need to. And this is a pressure release valve. So check valve here in this end. So I'm gonna come around, 90 in, pressurize the tank. This will sense the pressure and shut it down. I think I'm gonna be aiming for around 40 psi, and yeah, I'll take it from there. So since it's 3/4 inch back, I'm going to have to cut it down low, and I look high and low to find any fittings that would give me an offset like that, but it's the minimum offset with fittings is around 3.5 inches. So it's definitely not something that will work for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and just go down low there, cut it, put a coupling, and make an offset so I can put the tub in. All right, so got the pressure tank all piped out, and pretty much the line that's coming from the well is the one to the left here with the string attached to it. So it comes up, 90's over, main shutoff valve here, comes across. At one point I was going to go behind the pressure tank, but I'm going to actually have a heater here, and it's going to be duct obviously outside. So keep this away from the wall, the exterior wall, and I decided to just go right on top, come down into a check valve here, a gauge, and garden hose connection, pretty much 1.25 inches that connects to the pipe to the tank here underneath, and this is where it gets pressurized, and this is a relief valve, and this is a pressure switch. So I'm going to connect the power coming in from the generator. I got a 220 volt generator outside. I'm going to get that started. I got a battery for it, so see if I can get it cranking. And yeah, the other side of that box there goes back out to the pump. So once the pressure goes below, I think I'm going to have its factory's probably set at 40 pounds, and it pretty much will shut off when it hits, I think it's 60 if I'm not mistaken, but I have to check those. But anyway, it's 44 gallons, enough to pretty much pressure this bathroom here and the house, and then it'll return back. This is the connection for the bathroom. I'm going to be connecting, got a sink over here, toilet, this is just a vent, and obviously the tub, the shower body. I'll be connecting that pretty soon. And I think I'm going to go across and over to connect to a hose barb out there. This way, if I want to wash the truck or something like that, I'll be able to have water outside. Or I may go ahead and have a indoor, just pretty much have it spooled up there so I can pull it down and pull it outside when necessary. But yeah, trying to get ready for the winter. And normally this line, when everything is done, it'll return back on this one. This is the one that's the 1 inch that's going to go to the home. But for now, I have it stretched out, like I think I showed a little earlier, out into the field, so I can get this thing flushing and flush out that well, just to make sure that that water clears up. Because the water I took from the top, it was like at least 4 days before it started to settle, the sediment in it. So it's very fine. I have a lot of clay around here. I just want to make sure the well is in the right location. I'm going to get some good water out of it. So yeah, so next is connecting the pump, stretching everything out, wiring the pump, and yeah, taking it from there. All right, so this is the next morning. I was able to finish the piping and the temporary wiring of the pump system. This is just so I can test the system, make sure that this well location is good and that muddy water clears up. So the well drilling company told me to pretty much set it up and do what I did here. So right now I ran the line behind the workshop garage, but the permanent route is going to be through here and in front of it. This way it's 4 feet, at least 4 feet underground. So permanent route is going to be right up front here in front of the bay doors. And I have a generator here that's 220 volts because it's a 220 volt pump. So pretty much it's the line here that goes out, and I've just ran it on the other side of the road here, so the water will go further away from the well point. And yeah, so got this line from Home Depot, actually Lowe's, and I just put the receptacle on, I'm sorry, the plug on last night. And I did test the generator on the battery because it was difficult to start by hand. But yeah, so it's time to plug it in and see how everything looks on the other end. Water should start coming out the line. There we go. Wow. We got water. Alright, so Belgium company said rate of flow should be a constant 1 gallon per minute. So I know this is a lot faster, but let's see. Oh, this will be 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's 8 seconds. So that's not going to work. But you can see how yellow it is. So certainly got a lot of clay in it. Alright, so 6 hours later, this was roughly 9 o'clock this morning. Check it out. And voila. Slight discoloration, but pretty much night and day from this morning. And a lot better than before. So I'm going to keep this and see what settles out. As long as I don't see much sediment on the bottom in the next couple of days, I think yeah, I'm in good shape.